Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to a Thursday edition of 5 Minutes with Phil. Thank you so much for joining me here today as we unpack God's Word together. And today is obviously no exception. I want to take you to the New Testament, and I want to take you to the Gospel of John. John chapter 5. And in this story, we see Jesus he finds himself near a man who was in need of something. And Jesus asks a very interesting question that I think he wants to ask all of us today. Why don't you check this out with me? John chapter 5, beginning in verse 1. Here's what it says. Sometime later, Jesus went up to Jerusalem for one of the Jewish festivals. Now, there is in Jerusalem near the sheep gate a pool which in Aramaic is called Bethesda, and which is surrounded by 5 covered colonnades. Here a great number of disabled people used to lie, the blind, the lame, and the paralyzed. One who was there had been an invalid for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and learned that he had been in this condition for a long time, he asked him, and check this question out, "Do you want to get well?" Now, why did Jesus ask him that? There was a thought around that pool, and that's probably why there were so many disabled people laying around it, that an angel would come and would stir the waters there, and whoever got in there first would be healed. And there he was in this condition for 38 years, obviously had not been healed. And Jesus looked at him, and he asked him, "Do you want to get well?" Some of us would think, well, of course. Of course he wants to get well. But you know what? Do you know what I have found with people? And this is not just a physical thing. In fact, I'm going to take it a whole lot more than physical. I've met people who have needed Jesus to do a work in them emotionally, spiritually, maybe even physically, maybe in their family, whatever the case might be. And they have been in this negative situation so long, they have made it their identity. Do you know what I want to encourage you to avoid? And that is a victim mentality. That says, I'm stuck this way, I will never be whatever the case is. I'll never be healthy, I'll never be happy, I'll never be fulfilled, I'll never be healed, I'll never enjoy life the way that I should. I will never, all this stuff. And this is my identity now. I am God's personal whipping boy. God sees a target on my back and he fires at me all the time. That is not God's plan for you. And that's not your identity. Your identity is not in what has happened to you. Hear me again. Your identity is not in what has happened to you. That might be your testimony, but that's not your identity. Your identity is the fact that you are somebody that Jesus absolutely loves. And you are somebody that Jesus wants to make saved, healed, and whole. And you are somebody that Jesus wants to pour out his best into your life. So the question might be to a lot of us today, do you want to get well, or do you want to state that your identity is this person with this hang-up, with this problem, with this condition, with this history, with this whatever the blank is filled there? And I don't think Jesus wants us to be victims. I think he wants us to be victorious. So the question is, do you want to get well? Then reach out to Jesus and let him touch you. Let him heal you. Walk in victory instead of walking in negativity. Jesus wants to set you free. And I don't believe that the children of God need to be the kind of people who walk around with an asterisk, say, well, yeah, I'm saved, but I've got that. No. Let's remove that and let's allow Jesus to make us well. I pray that you walk in the healing and the strengthening of God today. And that's my prayer for you. Thanks for joining me today. I love you. And Lord willing, we'll see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.